And we're on.
Oh, so this is kind of a side note.
We haven't started yet. It's a main note.
Yeah.
It's not a side note, bitch. It's a main note. Go.
Okay. So, I want you to make an opener, right? Just, on the spot, come up with what you want to say.
Okay.
But include the email, say, hey, we finally got the email up and running. We're also on YouTube now, so you can watch our stuff on YouTube, add that little bit in there.
I gotcha.
And then the email is unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com.
Got it.
All right. The only reason is because I don't know if you've listened to some of our podcasts.
Yeah.
But it'll be us. We'll do our opening and intro, and then it'll be the next one is just my voice doing the intro.
Yeah, I heard it.
Right. So I'm like, well, why don't we get one of you?
Okay, I gotcha.
Mix it up.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Unapologetic Voices. Joining me today is the co-host and main creator of the show, Kyle-Elio Torres.
Oh.
I am Thomas Tripp. Thanks so much for joining us again. We do have the email up and ready to go, unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com. So reach out to us if you have any comments, questions, definitely concerns, that's for sure. Or if you want to just tell us how bad or good looking we look on the camera. Now I'm going to tell you right now, we should keep the first 30 seconds of this video because I thought that was pretty funny when you went side note and I was like, main note, bitch.
Yeah.
And then the whole part of you explaining to do an opening, I thought fits pretty well.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
It's always a pleasure. Well, no, because the thing is, at this point,
right,
that's the opener that I'm going to use for the second half.
Yeah.
Right? So.
I understand.
So that's going to get cut out.
Right. So here's what we'll do.
Yeah.
At the
now
end
we do
of this
a real
episode,
opener together.
What?
Now we do an opener together.
For this episode.
The one that we always do. Right?
What do we always do?
Well, we just entered, hey, it's me, Kyle, blah, 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 Thomas, accompanied by Thomas Tripp.
Yeah.
The exact same shit you just did.
Okay.
But this time I'm like, yeah, I'm here, and
gotcha.
you're here,
All right, so here's what I think. I think this should be the whole start of the first episode, of this episode, just cuz. Okay. And then at the very end of this, we'll cut and I'll record that opening that you said.
Okay, so another opening.
Yeah, we'll do another one. Okay. But that was good for the start of this episode. And I'm only saying that because I didn't stop. I kept going.
No, I understood. So that made it great.
Sure.
But
not for what you wanted. I gotcha. Yeah.
Was set up for the next part.
Got it.
So that I don't have to do that part later.
But I feel like we're losing good footage right now if I cut.
It is good footage.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to interrupt you. See how I did that?
No, that makes sense. Where the fuck did the bird go?
Oh, man. We need her at the start.
Well, she was in it.
Well, Kyle, you were telling me earlier today about something that had to do with a good buddy of ours who's not directly a coworker, but he's he's an indirect coworker. His name is Bobby. We'll say his name because he's a legend. Just flew out of town today for his birthday, which is really exciting. Tell me what the fuck you're talking about, bro, because I'm excited to know.
Okay, so before I explain the story, I gotta lay down some ground rules.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay?
Okay.
So, let me think of these ground rules real quick.
Okay, you didn't come up with them yet.
No. So...
I'm not allowed to hit you after what you tell me is what you're saying.
You could if you want.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop you.
Sure.
But just saying, we're on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
You can't get monetized for violence, so off-camera beatings is fine.
Sure. What if we blurt me hitting you?
I'm not going to go to that effort. If you want to edit it, go ahead.
If you want to cut this episode.
But, so, this is kind of the guidelines, right? I have done something shameful. I know it is shameful. I do not regret doing it.
What's happening right now?
Right?
Okay.
So, this is the guidelines, right? I know it's a bad thing that I did.
Okay.
I wasn't sorry for it.
All right. And this has to do with Bobby?
It has to do...
And a little bit of me?
No, not you at all.
Oh, okay. Just with Bobby.
I just thought you would fucking love the story.
All right.
Because...
Color me interested.
So...
Just to clarify, we're talking about Bobby that flew out today, not Bobby that used to work for us in the Discord.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Like, when you say Bobby...
Mustache Bobby.
Yes.
Got it.
The guy that wears the purple jacket.
Yeah, my
always.
guy. My dude, yeah.
Your main guy, the one that you talk to all the time.
White Boy Supreme, yeah.
White Boy Supreme, right?
Okay.
With the little almost Hitler mustache.
Love it.
So he shows up. So I go up to the ticket counter, right?
Okay.
I heard ticket counter was like extremely fucked up. I'm not gonna explain what's
I got
the issue.
you. No,
right?
I'm not.
I'm just gonna say ticket counter. Now you know I'm at the front desk.
I'm in it.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm up at the front desk, upstairs, and what is her name?
Which
April.
one?
April is up there, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say her name because who gives a fuck? And if she listens to the podcast,
Are you talking about Melissa?
no. Melissa's the Arabic girl, right?
No, that's Nor.
Oh shit.
April hasn't worked at the place.
Fuck. April is the other white bitch.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, I don't remember.
Racist.
Out here.
Okay. Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa.
Dude, I looked at you like, who the fuck is April?
Dog. I literally, I'm bad with names.
Yeah.
But
it's all good. I get it.
Whatever. I'm
the translator.
Yeah, he's my what is it? My ghost whisperer.
Oh sure, yeah, that's good.
yeah. He can hear the small hints.
I got it.
But yeah, Melissa, sorry if you watch this podcast.
Fuck you.
I know your name. It just didn't come up in my head. But Melissa was up there, and I just so happened to like go up there and help her out because what's his name?
Gilly Billy?
Gilbert. Yeah. He wasn't there that day. So I was told, hey, go up there, support her, do whatever you got to do to make sure everything's running fine. Which is just code word, go get some fucking chairs.
Got it.
But whatever. I'm cool with it. So I run, I go get some chairs. I come back up. And as I'm standing there talking to her, I'm bullshitting with her, blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned my podcast.
Yeah.
Because I love like
throw it
just
out there.
Stupid shit like that.
Unapologetic Voices 1@gmail.com. Go ahead.
Dude, yeah. But so what ended up happening was Rob, or what?
Bob. Bob.
Is it not Rob?
His first name is Robert.
Oh, okay.
But those kind of people have 8 different names.
Gotcha.
Just like how Thomas is Tommy.
See, I thought it was Rob this whole time, but then you started saying
it is Rob.
Oh, okay. So, whatever. Rob walks up.
Okay.
And, he's like, he came walking up. He has like a tan,
nice.
like a sunburn. And I'm like, okay, this man looks like he's been getting some sun. Like, I wonder where he's been, right? Because I heard that he's been gone for a couple days.
For sure.
Right? And I'm like, oh, cool. He's probably out there just having fun, doing whatever. He comes walking up to us with a suntan, right? He comes up, stands there, and he's like, straight to business.
I like it.
Right? He's like, hey, how's the count? How's this? I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Melissa starts answering his questions, whatever, and then as soon as it was done, Melissa turns around to him and is like, so hey, you've been gone for like a week now. Like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And he was like,
I'm worried about what you said. Because I feel like I told you something.
I feel like you should know this story now that I'm saying it.
Now I'm worried. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
But, why you look so disappointed all of a sudden? So he was like, oh, I had to take a couple days off. And, immediately, me and her at the same time, why? What happened? And he was like, side note, before he said that part, we mentioned that he was like more tan and he has a sunburn on like his nose.
Yeah,
and all
you said that.
He said, yeah, I've been lounging in my pool, just thinking.
Yeah.
And just like relaxing in the pool.
Yeah.
Okay, so like in my head, I'm like, okay, so he's chilling. He's having a good time.
Uh-huh.
Just relaxing in his pool.
I'm so worried right now.
Right.
Okay.
So he goes.
I know what's going on.
Yeah, you just figured it out, right?
I told you what happened.
No, you've never said it.
Good. So now I'm worried.
So we said, well, how come you took those days off? How come you've been gone this long?
Okay.
And he was just like, well, my wife had a baby, and then she didn't.
Yeah.
And then I was like, congratulations, man! Oh, dude.
No, you didn't!
Good job, man!
No, you didn't!
I gave him a hug.
You're such a dick! Oh, no!
And I was like,
fucking idiot! What did Melissa do?
I was like, dude, that is such a... Nobody said anything.
Okay.
They stayed quiet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're just like Rob, straight face, didn't change his reaction at all. Melissa, I look at her and I see her like,
Oh my God.
She's like, what? And then I'm just like, yeah, man, congratulations, all this stuff. Like I'm saying, like, you know, because I completely misunderstood, right? I didn't know I misunderstood until Melissa said, as soon as I stopped, I was like, cool, she might have something to say. Let me just
You're
quiet
so
down.
special, Ed.
Dude, I quieted down,
Yeah.
and then Melissa looked at him. She was like, Rob, I am so sorry.
Fuck.
That really is a horrible thing. And he's like, yeah, it took a few days because me and my wife really had to like contemplate everything. And
Yeah.
that's why I've been like in the pool just chilling because like I just don't know what to do with my life right now. And I was just like, oh, had a baby, I did this in front of them. And I'm like, had a baby, didn't have a baby. It died. Oh, and like that realization.
Bro.
hit.
Oh
I
my
congratulated this man on his dead baby. And I'm like, I should say sorry.
What'd you say?
I didn't say sorry because
Okay.
it didn't look like I was just like in my head, I'm like, I need to apologize for this for sure.
Your voices were talking to each other in your head?
Yeah, no, dude. Like, usually it's just one voice in there.
Sure.
I had two saying, yo, dude, you fucked up. Hey, man, I agree that he fucked up. You know, like, both sides of my brains were working together against my body.
Fuck, man.
So then I immediately said to him, I misunderstood the situation. I take back what I've said about your child. It is not a congratulation. It is a shameful thing. But look on the bright side. And he was just like, what's that, Kyle?
Oh my God.
And I was like, it's very common to have miscarriages, but at least we know that you can have a child, and as well your wife can have a child. And he like went into depth. He was like, yeah, it was actually unexpected because apparently his wife couldn't have kids.
Yeah, it was yeah.
And that was what they knew. Like, it was a solidified thing. Like, she can't have kids. It's whatever. We'll live with it, right? But then all of a sudden, something changed. She got pregnant. And, she ended up miscarrying. So, just so that we make sure, the baby wasn't born and then it died. It was
a miscarriage.
It was a miscarriage.
Yeah.
I'm not a complete monster.
Well.
But, yeah. That was the shameful thing I did. That I've been waiting to tell you. I meant to tell you the last one, but we started ranting about everything else.
I was going to say, because he told me about this like 3 weeks ago.
Dude,
so I think that's what it was. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
I think
that makes more sense.
I think he told us before he told you, to be honest.
Maybe.
And I've just been holding it in.
That's crazy. Because I remember, like, he told me everything in his office. Yeah. But it was at the end of the day. So I feel like it might have been the same day.
He told us early in the morning.
It would have been, yeah. So I found out a few hours later.
Yeah.
Man.
But it was a whirlwind. Like,
you're an asshole.
Dude, I went through so many emotions in just like 3 seconds.
And he goes, what, Kyle?
But we had a straight conversation after that.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Because I realized, I'm like, whatever. And then he explained how him and his wife are going to be going on vacation again or whatever. And then they're going to keep trying now that they know that they can have. So, moral of the story is, I'm praying for him to have children even though I don't pray. There we go.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
I would really love for Bob to listen to podcasts, but now I kind of don't want him to know
that we talked about
that until he's more comfortable later down the line.
That's
a little too fresh, so I'm not going to tell him.
We could tell him to skip episode 9.
Episode 8 isn't out yet?
Episode 8 is out. Episode 9's coming up. Episode 10. This would be episode 10.
No, I thought this was episode 8. So I'm 2 behind?
Yeah. Episode 8 was our last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
So there's
9 is still in process.
Out. Yeah.
And then number 10.
Yeah. This one's technically number 10.
Love it.
Yep.
Bro, really funny. You're retarded.
I deserve that one. I can't argue it.
Great story though. You know?
No, really good.
Someone's calling. Is it someone we can put on the podcast?
Probably my brother. Yep, it's my brother.
Do you think it's an emergency or not?
No, he probably just wants to do laundry.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Your brother as in retarded brother or a brother that is racist?
That sounds like the same person, but...
I know.
But
Seizure
yes.
brother?
No.
Okay.
Not John.
Gotcha.
We've established John in
We have established
this
that John
universe.
is. Yeah.
John is
In the universe?
Yeah.
So not only do we have an animated show in the works, taking forever, but we also are going to have a multiverse theory.
Yeah.
I got hate about me not liking the Hulk in episode 8.
I heard about that.
Man.
I heard you got
I don't. It's not that I don't like the Hulk. It's just that.
Just so that you guys know, the email does work. You may write us and all that, but this lovely man got some hate earlier.
Get in the comments. It's not that I hated the Hulk as much as I got lit up for not liking Adam Sandler movies.
I got yelled at too for that.
You got yelled at for the music part, right?
No.
Oh.
I knew all about the music and all this stuff.
I don't know shit.
They were going into detail about Adam Sandler, and I was like, yo, I'm about to break him down for you, because I know a bunch of shit about Adam Sandler.
For sure.
You know? And like I started like saying all this crap, and they're like, well, why doesn't Thomas know any of this? And I'm just like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's not my job to know what the fuck he knows.
They do think, because of the way we act around each other, we were raised together or something.
Dude, for real.
Like, bro, I've known him for like 5 years. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know. Adam Sandler doesn't do it for me. He's got great hits, great movies. He's obviously a great actor because I saw him in Uncut Gems, like we talked about. But I don't have, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like a lot of his work.
That's fair.
I'm not saying he's bad.
We did get a recommendation on a movie we should watch.
Okay.
Because of this.
And then we can talk about it.
Right.
Right.
We can. But what we got was that it was an Adam Sandler movie that just came out that was a serious take, and he was in like another serious movie.
Like about the NBA game?
It was the one where he's in space or something, and
oh, I saw trailers. That looks really good.
Like a talking spider. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And apparently, the spider is like the star of the show.
Right on.
I don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
But I just know it's him, the spider, and some crazy shit's going on.
That definitely came out a while ago, but it does look good. I got like a clip on YouTube.
Yeah,
of them like talking.
It was recommended to me, and I was just like, "Oh, well, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, why not?"
So at some point we should watch it and then talk about it for about a quick half hour. I gotcha.
Yeah, just our listener threw it out there. Why not?
Hey, Unapologetic Voices 1@gmail.com. That's what it's for, baby.
Yeah.
Get in the comments.
Every 30 seconds, we just promote the fucking email.
So, I've got a story in my head that just, like, came back to me today. I was taking a shit, and I just kept thinking about, like, just stuff that I could talk about that maybe some people could relate to. And some of that includes, like, when I was a teenager and dumb shit I would do, just like, everybody does. I have a story about when one time my friends and I, who I'm kind of no longer friends with, but we used to be best friends, were almost shot to death at his house. So this is before kind of like house alarms and things like that. I mean, I'm sure that ADT, like house security shit was around, but we didn't have it on my block, okay?
I was going to say, I live in the ghetto. I don't know those magical letters you just said.
Exactly.
Like
those are the letters I learned when
security camera was the old lady who sits across from the house, just stares at your house the whole day.
Right, and she goes, "Hey,
I saw some weird people go in your backyard."
Right. Exactly. So, to kind of recap, basically, or to inform, my friends and I used to live very close to each other in the same neighborhoods. And we used to walk to school. This would be both middle school and high school because we lived very close to both, like at least 1.5 miles, right? So walking home one day to my friend's house, we'll call him T. We're going to T's house. The side door is busted open. Now T is an avid hunter. Like his dad would take him hunting all the time. Avid fisher, avid gamer, avid guitarist, whatever. Like his house had a lot of good stuff in it. Basically is what I'm saying. The door was like cracked open and we were all very concerned. Now this is the point in time in your life when you're 15 and you think you're invincible, okay? Oh. So what do we do?
You just fucking rush in and start beating the shit out of grandma?
So T calls his mom and he's like, or he calls his dad first, I think. And he's like, "Hey, somebody broke into the house, blah, 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 whatever," right? He starts giving his dad the information. His dad's like, "Well, I get off work in like 30 minutes. I'll come there," okay? Nobody talks about cops. Nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody calls for help, whatever. This is what we do. Bunch of fucking idiots, bro. We grab rocks from outside. Yeah. Like rocks, motherfucker, from the driveway.
Oh, like little pebbles?
Yeah.
Not a big rock.
No.
Little pebbles.
Like handfuls of pebbles.
Okay.
And we line up SWAT style. We post up on the door. We breach the door to the back. And it's one of those doors that, like, you go straight down to either the basement
or upstairs.
or up to the, like, kitchen,
like
right?
curves, then goes, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we bust in there. I take the kitchen. I run in there. I grab a knife out of the thing. I grab another knife, and I toss the knife over to our other friend, who we'll call D. And I start coming through the living room going, is anybody in here? Just yelling. Fucking stupid kids, right? And T goes down to the basement. I hear him, like, grab a rifle, and we're like 15-year-olds, dude. So we're like arming up, and we're clearing the place like we're the fucking SWAT team. And it's because, like, it's that day and age when games were, like, you know, exploding and everybody had access to rated M for mature games. So, like, we were tactical on Call of Duty, man.
You're ready to gun down a motherfucker.
We're ready to kill people, right?
Okay.
Stupid ass kids, man. So we bust through.
To murder. Yeah, you were proving the stereotype.
That's true. So we bust into the house and we start clearing the rooms and whatever, and the whole place is clear. And we're like, and nothing's stolen. So we're like, oh, we're good, blah, blah, blah. So we start hanging out like we normally do. We don't care, right? We're like, we don't give a fuck. We're down in the basement playing video games, talking about shit. I'm holding one of their guns. No, we put the knives back. I'm holding one of their guns because we're just like hanging around and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't retarded. I wasn't going to do anything dumb.
Okay.
But I was just kind of like looking at it, whatever, you know. So.
He is retarded.
Thank you. So. Fast forward about 5 minutes, okay? Like, short amount of time this all happened. We cleared the house in 3 minutes. We were down playing games in 5 minutes.
You guys really just didn't give a fuck.
We didn't give a fuck. At like 8 minutes and 30 seconds, the back door gets kicked open. What do I do? Knowing me, what do I do? Bro, I go like this. Around the corner with the rifle. And there's a female cop with her gun aiming at me, and she goes, ah! And she starts yelling. Very unprofessional, by the way. She either should have just shot me.
Oh, you would have got capped so fast, but she saw the white in your eyes.
That's what it is. So she freaks out at first. She goes, come outside, come upstairs with your hands up, blah, blah, come upstairs. And so she's freaking out, right? But, like, this is what kind of saved my life, because I guarantee you she probably would have shot me. Latinya's about to rip into you. Or give you a kiss. I don't know. As I had the gun kind of like this behind the basement wall, you would say, right? I'm peeking like this. So the gun is, like, just out of sight.
Yeah.
And so they're like, come upstairs with your hands up right now. How many are in the basement? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's 3 of us. It's all good. He lives here. We're coming up. And so I take the gun. I go like this real quick, and I eject the shell, and I throw it on the couch, and we're upstairs. Okay?
You brought the gun?
No, I threw it on the couch that was down in the basement.
Okay.
And we're up the stairs. Now, here's the description of the party. D, the second character, is a 3.5 foot tall Mexican guy that looks like John and has, like, brain damage. He has, like, a scar on his head. Okay? Nice guy. So they look at him, they touch his, like, pockets, and they're like, just stay up against the wall. They look at me. I'm a little better built, but I'm still a kid. I'm, like, 5 foot on the dot, right? They, like, grab me, they look at me, they're like, they lift my hoodie, they're like, hey, man, just do me a favor, stay up against the wall. And they kind of put my hand on my chest, right? Let me describe to you who T was in this day and age. This is the part that gets a little funny. T, my friend, for some reason hit puberty, or at least a growth spurt, when he was about 12. He was 6 feet tall.
Massive motherfucker.
400 pounds. He's overweight at this time. 400 pounds. And man, when he came up the stairs, everybody freaked out. I saw tasers come out, and they grabbed him, shoved him against the wall, immediately put him in cuffs, and started, like, taking his pants off and checking everything. And they were like, go, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Not to mention, our outfits at the time were probably not very appropriate for, like, you know, not appropriate is a different word I would use. I would say we used to dress like people who would be the kind of people who couldn't get into a concert. If you kind of get what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, we're talking...
Fuck, you have your dick out or something?
Black hoodies all the time, gym shorts, slides.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That sounds like people who would be at a concert.
Yeah.
Gym shorts.
We just like homeless people is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Not like in like...
Like the one that robbed your food.
Okay. So, yeah. Like, exactly like that. So anyways, you know, Tyler comes out. Oh, shit, his name's T. So Tyler comes out, and he's, man, hood up, massive dude, and they, like, start checking him and shit. And then Dad pulls up. So Dad pulls up, and he's like, hold on, wait, what's going on? Because they're about to put Ty in the back of a fucking police car. They're like, wait, that's my son. He lives here. Wait. And they're like, what happened? And T's like, hey, man, what the fuck's going on? And he goes, well, I called your mom. I called your mom to ask if she just left the house.
Unlocked.
And he goes, I have her on speakerphone. And, like, in the speakerphone, we hear T's mom go, oh, yeah, I left the door unlocked. Is it a problem? And there's, like, sirens and police cars and T's in handcuffs. And we're all standing there like, what the fuck? So basically, they went and inspected the house as well. Mm-hmm. And they, like, took half the guns. And, like...
They took the guns?
Yeah, they took, like... They seized half of the property. Mm. Like, you know, their property. And,
well, you can get your guns back.
You can, yeah, but he had to... Like, the dad had to pay a fine or some other shit because the guns were open and there were teenagers in the house or something.
Yeah, you were definitely underage playing with guns.
I mean, you know, we didn't admit to anything.
You were a dumbass playing with guns.
Hey, so, yeah...
you are the fucking, like, stereotype of why young adults get shot.
But I did a great job.
I don't care what you did. Just saying.
So that's kind of my story.
I used to go to school and have police there being like, if you ever see one of these, what? And your friends playing with them, get out of the house. Don't play with that.
Oh.
You know?
Nah, I didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
My school system was too broke to teach us that shit.
Oh, I don't know if they were that broke. Maybe they just thought you guys didn't play with guns.
Maybe that's what it is, too. Yeah. I did have somebody come to my charter school.
I will say this.
Hold on! I did have somebody come to my charter school with a BB gun before. And they got arrested and expelled from the school. Gotcha. Go ahead.
I will say this, that I went to a private school my younger years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, technically speaking, I went to a school named CCA, right?
Okay.
Cesar Chavez Academy.
Sounds Hispanic.
It was.
Yeah.
But when they first started, they started out as a private school, and then they slowly turned into, like, a normal charter and, like, regular school.
Do you think that was good, or do you think I should do something like, oops?
Oops what?
Do you think I should say, hold on, yeah? Or should I go, oops?
Do whatever the fuck you want.
I technically interrupted you this time, so go ahead. Hit me.
All right.
No! Wait! So you went to this private school?
Hey, calm down. She got excited when I went to go hit you.
She's like, finally. Huh?
That's so weird.
Oh, what's going on?
She keeps putting her...
She's getting me. That's really cool, actually, that she's like trying to like...
She's never done this before.
Oh, really? So it's kind of like a new experience right now?
This is 100% new for me.
I would love that to happen to me, but I have this earring, and I know she hates the metal. She always tries to go for my like ring and shit. Oh! Yeah?
Yeah, fuck your earring.
Oh my god, how cute!
Yeah.
For the audio listeners, Houdini, our resident macaw, is currently on Kyle's shoulder, not really deciding if she wants to commit. She's just dancing, bobbing her head, having a great time.
Yeah, she's just trying new things.
Oh my goodness, she's peeking around his head. In my point of view, it's very cute. I'm glad we do have the video option available on YouTube. It should be uploaded within a 2-week period,
give or take, yeah,
post podcast release. So be sure to check that out, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell if you can on YouTube. Also, reach out to unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. I saw it, baby. I got you going. Do you have anything going on right now, or should I throw in the shit about my car lately? That's been really pissing me off.
I'll let you talk about the car.
Let me tell you something, dude. I'm getting really fucking sick, and you reminded me of this either today or yesterday.
It was today.
I have such bad luck with my car my entire life. It really pisses me off. So that I get pulled over at least once every 2 months, if not more, just for nothing.
I don't know how you have that kind of luck, because I've never gotten pulled over, for anything other than the one time I made an illegal left turn.
Yeah, right.
And that was literally the first week of me starting to drive. Mm-hmm. I made that turn at a school. Apparently I couldn't do it. Cop pulled me over immediately.
I thought you were talking about the one from 4 months ago.
No, I had a car accident.
Oh, did someone give you a ticket too?
Yeah, I got it.
That's the shit that pisses me off. When you get into a car accident, they start fucking writing you up for what? So you have to pay an extra $200?
Sure.
No, it's retarded. That makes me angry. I remember you told me that, and I got pissed.
Right. But that's just that's
the side note. Yeah.
Because, I wasn't going to go into a whole tantrum about it.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think that's crazy that you get pulled over so
it's constant.
much.
It's constant.
My complexion, that complexion, that thing gets pulled over more than this thing.
Hey, man. And you drive a red car, too.
Yeah.
I've never driven a red car, and statistically, red cars get pulled over the most.
Really?
For some reason. Yeah, it's a thing. I think it's red and white cars.
I always thought it was
red
colors
and black,
that stand out. So if you have green, yellow.
Oh, for sure.
But
I think I read literally online, red and black cars or something. It's red and something, but red is the main one. Anyways, I get pulled over constantly, and I never really get tickets. But if I do, they're always impeding traffic. I don't have any points or anything. But something about Michigan cops, there's just something in the air. First of all of them are high school degrees only. None of them are fucking smart enough to get any real jobs. And I say that with a grain of salt because I do respect police authority. I do not respect
police education.
Individuals.
Oh, okay.
And police education, yes, because I had to do a lot of research on this shit, because once upon a time I actually thought about applying for the police force, and I instead did kind of a branch. I did a police authority for a little while before I was terminated for unrelated reasons. But, should I tell that story? No. So, you have to be kind of dumb to be an officer. That's a prereq. You can't be super smart. They'll put you somewhere else, basically. So patrol officers are mental, dude. It really pisses me off, and I'm not going to go into the politics of it or whatever. I'm going to talk about how I get pulled over so much. I drive perfectly fine, yet I seem to hit every fucking nail on the road possible. I'm driving to wherever the fuck I need to be, and something has to happen. I was in traffic for an hour and 20 minutes getting here today for no fucking reason. I got hit by a pebble yesterday, so I had to spend $20 on a vehicle windshield repair kit and take 2 hours out of my time to fix that yesterday. And it feels like the crack isn't fixed enough, because I feel like the more I drive, I keep looking at the fucking lines that are right around the part where I fix it. It feels like they just keep getting a little longer, and I think it's just me going a little bit crazy. But I get pulled over constantly. I get into tiny little accidents, dents, scrapes all the time. And this car that I'm driving right now is my baby. It's the first car I've ever.
It's because he's Asian. I've just been thinking.
It's not a Mitsubishi or a Subaru, so it's American made. So you think a lesbian like myself would drive a Subaru? I've actually always wanted a Subaru, so because lesbians drive Subarus.
Yeah.
So
I understood the joke.
Gotcha. Well, there was no reaction on your face.
I wanted a. Oh,
thank you. So, I fucking hate my luck with driving. I already told the story about the deer. I hit the biggest pothole in the world 2 years ago, if you recall that.
Yeah.
It was the size of this couch. Nobody on God's fucking green earth could miss it. And for some reason at 3 a.m., I was driving along this very dark, unlit road, which I complained to the, the county office about it. Still never got any news back or a refund for my expenses or anything, but...
What would you?
Exactly. It blew... So here's what it is. First of all, it destroyed my car, basically. But, you can make a claim to get it fixed or refunded for if it's a claim less than $1,000, which it was. My claim was $700 to $800. So you can ask the county to fix it if you have proof of like it should have been fixed, it should have been noticed, blah blah blah. And I gave all the pictures and everything. Literally, the size of this pothole was the length of this couch. It was so fucking massive. It was a sinkhole essentially. Nearby. Well, thank God I haven't seen it yet. It's definitely not the ways that I take.
You don't take the road that way.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's like literally a crater. Like someone should have fixed this.
When I pick up Juan from his house to take him to work, if he's at his parents' house, I have to go past that pothole.
Oh, I bet that's hell.
Dude, I remember the first time I hit it, I was like, I'm not going to pick you up from your house ever again.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I got to hit this bitch every time I come here. And that was when it was small. Right?
Now it's just massive.
Now it's literally the length of the couch.
Why?
It's huge as fuck.
Why is it not fixed? Where are the tax fucking dollars going?
No idea.
To the military. So
you know the best part though is
what's that?
My street road is brand new.
Yeah, it's nice. I like the speed bumps.
Back in the day, this happened a long time ago though. But there was like a big sinkhole that happened right at the end. Where
it's that scary
where the fire hydrant
turnaround? Is. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Just a little bit more in, the whole area caved in, and they like just filled it with like bullshit, and like it was like that for like 2 years, and everybody was like, "Dude, it's only getting deeper and deeper."
Yeah.
And they finally came out and redid the entire fucking street.
Well, that's nice.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
Because it was unexpected. No one thought they were going to do that.
And they just came out.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
They said all cars need to be off the road or they will get tickets, and we parked on our on our driveways and all that, and they fucking came out. It was like a 2-day thing. That was it.
Damn, how did people get out?
Like the first day they came in, they tore everything out, and then it was just this flat road
that you could drive on.
I
got you. Yeah.
And then if people had to leave, then the next day, brand new road.
So this pothole that I hit should have been fixed apparently, because when I looked online.
It says fixed.
The county, not that, but the county said this road and specifically this block that I drove on was due for under construction 2 months prior. So I sent that evidence in with my shit through the mail and through email. I got a response on email from the city clerk, assistant or whatever, saying that they forwarded this up for me, and that was like a year and a half ago. So I've never heard anything back. I did resend the email to get a checkup about 5 months ago, but I don't expect anything back at this point. I'm sure they just assume that I blew it off, and it's not worth a lawsuit or anything. You know what I mean? It would cost just as much, if not more, for me to make a big deal out of it than to, you know what I mean? To win something against the city. And they fixed the pothole about a week after I got into that.
Right.
Got into that shit. But anyways, my luck with cars and driving in general is just retarded.
It's dog shit.
It's dog shit.
Yeah.
And I literally, I try my best. I do not speed more than 4 to 5 miles over the speed limit because I get pulled over so much. I purposely make sure they have no reason to pull me over. You know what I mean? I don't have dumbass stickers on my car. I'm not cutting people out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I get constantly pulled over. I've been pulled over 100 times. It's ridiculous.
I just don't know how to feel bad for you.
I appreciate that. I don't know what to say and I don't care.
It's not that I don't care. It's just literally when you hear it every other week. Dude, do you know what happened to my car? Dude, at this point, I don't give a fuck about your car.
I've heard too much. I don't give a fuck.
Your car has gone through knob at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Except for this one. This one's gone through a smaller battle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was trying to make a reference.
It is your... Oh.
Damn. She went right in the ear.
She went right for my ear.
She went right in.
That's why I had my hair down.
Yeah.
Because she's been chewing on the hair.
Maybe you should have the headphones on.
This time, she went right for my ear.
Yep. I'm going to side note real quick.
Go ahead.
I just got an email from corporate regarding that person who complained about 2 weeks ago that I've been super pissed and screaming about for the last week and a half. Do you remember that story about what I'm talking about? This person that complained after they were helped right away. And I called on the phone for 20 minutes and he was screaming at me before I lost my cool. And I was like, hey, you need to, that's enough. I'm not listening to you anymore. You are completely disrespectful and out of hand and I'm done with your crap. And I hung up the phone.
Yep.
Just got an email from corporate right now and I'm not opening it Because it's the weekend.
You're off the clock.
I'm off the clock.
You have no reason to do it.
But I'm for sure going to freak out about it on Monday. I'm going to fucking start yelling. And the fact that I have it on my phone just sitting there, I need to enjoy my weekend because I know I'm going to get mad. Because this guy won't let it go. And he's a local. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know where and who this person looks like. Like...
The blind guy?
No.
Okay. Different.
Not that dude.
Okay.
Not as bad, but almost the same thing. But no, this is the guy that is like screaming over the phone at me for 20 minutes.
Gotcha. I do remember
This is like
that.
2 weeks ago.
But just in case,
Bro,
I was just thinking.
I got you.
The other guy.
Oh, the same thing though, like where they don't shut up. They just keep talking to like different days. They take time out of their day to stop it, to like reach out to like corporate and stuff. You know what I mean? For stuff that is literally no one's problem except for theirs. And not like, you know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you? What mental disability do you have to make other people's lives so hard for your inconvenience?
Well, I don't know if they have a mental disability. I know they have a disability.
What's funny is it's not even him, though. It's his wife.
Okay.
Who I did feel bad for at first, but then I realized everything was fine. Everything was taken care of. There's no fucking issue.
Right.
So when I call you and try to hash it out with you like a man...
The person who fell and then that guy's mad about it?
Not that one.
Okay, I keep jumping.
That would make sense.
People, but that one makes sense.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? If something happened?
100%.
Nothing happened with this one. This person just wants to cause a problem.
Got you.
I swear to God, I'm psychotic enough to want to fight the fuck out of that person as soon as I see him. And I guarantee you, they're like 85 years old. I'll beat the shit out of him. I don't care.
Graham gotta go.
No hospice will save you from me, bro. I'm fucking
shit.
pissed. You. Chill out, baby. Also, you're very cute. I need you to come sit.
Well, every time you get energetic, she starts to get energetic too.
Well, you know.
So like
podcast.
When I clean, I clean off this couch every single time before you come here.
Because
and how I do it is,
Sorry.
Well, sometimes like she'll perch and she'll throw her food.
Right.
And it'll land all over the couch.
Right.
All the time.
Nasty bitch.
So I'll take the couch and I'll just start beating the shit out of it, right? And she'll go wild and she'll come and try to attack the couch too.
Hey, I like it.
Thinking that I have a problem with the couch, so she has a problem.
Oh.
So she'll fight with me.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Can I make a personal request to you?
Sure. You want to sit here?
Should I? No.
Okay.
What, you think that's what's been going through my head this whole time?
But I want to know, like, if she'll bite you hard or will she just get away?
I feel like she likes me now. She let me pet her just now. So anyways, what was it? She's like, I don't think so. So, keep that chink away from me. So, if I get married or whatever, can the bird be the ring bearer?
Sure.
Because I assume she'll be around for that long.
Oh, yeah.
You said she's 4?
She is 10 years old or 11.
10, I'm sorry.
She may be 10 or 11.
I'm thinking the other bird.
But for that, she's still young.
Yeah. She'll be like 40.
Very young.
35. Yeah.
Well, they can live up to 80 years.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Depending on how well you take care of them.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, she's healthy.
I got her on a good diet.
She's out here fucking around, man.
Technically nuts. She's not really supposed to eat a lot of peanuts. But she really likes peanuts, so I don't care.
Who are you to deny those pleasures?
Exactly.
God?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, man.
That's why I feed her whatever the
Give her cigarettes next.
Dude, I literally share my regular food with her, and that's bad.
Dude, my cat, you know Herc, if he looks at me and I'm eating something, man,
yeah,
I clean it off a little, make sure there's no seasoning or anything. Mm-hmm. There you go, baby.
Same thing.
Sorry.
Like, I'll be eating spaghetti, and I'll just go, here, you want a little bite?
Hey.
She'll grab the noodles.
Right. I'll know. Stop doing that. I'll know. If you lose a tooth on this podcast, I'm freaking out. I'll know one day when my cat passes that they were satisfied. I'm going to get emotional. That he was satisfied with his life with me. And I never denied him any impulses.
Right.
Okay? I'm going to give him weed, like anything he wants. You know what I mean?
Weed, everything.
That's my baby boy.
I don't know what these things would consider weed.
There's got to be some plant that, like, gets him fucked up. Kyle, thanks for giving me the... You didn't give this to me. Courtney gave me your fish thing.
Fuck you.
I'm really enjoying it. It's very therapeutic for me, because I used to have a fish tank my entire life.
Yes.
Like, I grew up with the sounds of the filter running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's my sleep.
I like it. It's very calming.
It's my ASMR. Okay?
Yeah.
Now I have it. thanks to Courtney, and I immediately went in and I got a new credit card. So I went crazy at the pet stores and I filled it up and I've been cleaning it, keeping it nice. It's very therapeutic. And the cats like it. Herc doesn't really hit it. They kind of just watch and they get a little upset when the fish start moving on it. They go, they get excited. But they don't touch the box, which is nice. Not to mention, it's heavy. It's at least 30 pounds with all the water.
So, I'm just going to say this.
20 pounds, yeah.
I'm happy you're enjoying it. But I am very jealous you're enjoying it. Because the one thing I do like fish a lot.
Yeah. You look like a fish guy.
I'm one of those, when I was younger, I had a fucking...
Fish face. Go ahead.
No, not... I had Johnny at a young age, yeah.
Okay.
But I had a fish tank, and I had like a what is it? Like a 200 gallon or whatever, the really big ones, right?
Okay.
Like a really big one.
20 gallon.
Is that a 20 gallon?
200 gallon is a fucking swimming pool.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
20. You're talking about like a big one though. How big?
Like
give me feet.
For the end of that couch?
Yeah.
To like maybe right here?
Damn.
To like up here.
That's like 60 gallons.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
A huge one.
It's like 50 gallons.
Like literally unreasonably big.
Yeah.
Right? And I used to
love that
shit ton of fish.
Nice.
Like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then, one day...
Sea salt? Or seawater? Or fresh?
Mostly freshwater.
Have you noticed that freshwater smells worse than seawater?
Yes.
When all the algae and vegetation stinks? Continue.
But long story short, had them for a long time, and then they all ended up dying and whatever.
That's the worst.
Which is fine. I was one of those people. I bought a bunch of fish. I had them for a long time. They slowly started dying.
Oh, it wasn't instant.
No, not instant.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I just never bought more.
Got you.
Right?
Cycle of life.
So they all just started dying. They all disappeared over time. And then we got rid of that giant-ass tank. And I was like, whatever, who cares? Because it was kind of like the family thing.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I didn't think too much. They weren't my fish. They were the family's fish.
Yeah, but it was... Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on in life, I got, a smaller 20-gallon, which is actually in my attic right now.
Oh, you still have it?
Like a 20-gallon one.
That's cool.
Like a small one.
Yeah. 20 gallons big. That's not small.
Well, when you're going off of what I was used to.
Yeah. The one you gave me, I think, is 3 gallons.
Yeah.
So 20 gallons is pretty big.
100%.
Yeah.
And then when I got that one, I filled it up and I only had maybe 20 fish in it.
Yeah.
Which it could have housed way more than that.
For sure.
But this time I did goldfish. And...
Easy peasy.
Easy as fuck to deal with them. The only problem is, during that time, I didn't know the difference between the different fish, like tropical and goldfish.
Okay.
That's why I asked you that question.
Gotcha.
Because I murdered all of my tropical fish because I put goldfish with them.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was I thought I could just take a whole bunch, throw them in, take a whole bunch, throw them in. But goldfish pollute the water faster than tropical fish.
Yeah.
So... it becomes really toxic for them.
Yeah.
Goldfish don't give a fuck. They have the toughest genes.
They'll survive.
In the world.
Yeah.
That whole thing could be dark green.
Yeah.
And they would be thriving.
Chilling.
Yeah. But the other fish, drowning, suffocating.
Yeah.
They just die.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I was buying all these tropical fish with all the fucking goldfish that I had. I was cleaning the tank all the time, and I'm like, why the fuck do they all keep dying? I don't fucking understand. And I'm talking with people and they're like, no one's telling me the real reason, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not understanding that I'm mixing the fish.
Right.
Right? And then one day I just told this guy at fucking PetSmart, and I was like, yeah, I just have the giant tank with all the fish in it. And he was like, well, what kind of fish you got in there? Why do they keep dying? Have you changed the water? I was like, dude, I've changed everything. I've literally dumped out the whole thing, put brand new water, fucking refiltered it, redid everything. And he's like, what kind of fish you got in there?
There it is.
And then I was like, well, I have an army. It's maybe 15 goldfish. And he's like, well, how much of the tropical fish do you have in? And then I was like, and then I have a bunch of the tropical ones. That's what I said.
Right.
And he was just like, and what's dying? He's like, all my tropical fish. He's like, okay, I understand now. And I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like, you're just here to murder your fish. And I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? He's like, well, tropical can't live with goldfish. If you do have them with a goldfish, only one or two. You can't have like fucking.
I thought you couldn't mix them at all.
You can, but it has to be.
Yeah.
The water needs to be filtered properly.
Gotcha.
Right? So, one goldfish isn't going to do enough to kill all the other ones, right?
Right.
So, it was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. I took out all of the tropical, left all the goldfish in there. Goldfish fucking thrived. Like, I had this really cool one that had, like, this weird jelly
Love those.
forehead.
Yeah.
And, like, it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, how big is this fucker gonna get?
Yeah.
And, like, because, you know, they can grow to the tank.
Yeah, they get pretty big.
And as long as there's space.
Yeah.
And there was only, like, 15 of them.
Yeah.
It got to the point that, like, some of them were just outgrowing the others. And they were just, like, they wouldn't eat each other. But they would, like, not fight, but hit each other.
Okay.
So, like, if the fish was right here and it was, like, eating, bigger fish would just come up, boom, slam into him, eat the food.
That's pretty funny.
You know? Yeah. Dude, I watched fish get tackled. Dude. But
you ever put a beta in the middle of all that?
I did have one.
Oh, horrible.
It did not live inside there. I knew betas were dangerous for other fish. So, I had that one in its own, like bowl size one.
I gotcha.
Because, you know, they live...
You know what's weird? They don't need space.
They don't need a lot.
They don't need anything, man.
No.
They need, like, a burger size of space.
Yeah. I've always felt bad for those fish.
Oh, yeah. You know when you go to the pet store, they're in, like, ramekins?
They're just little sad containers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this shit? These
right.
poor fish. And then I know that if you put them together, they'll kill each other.
Yeah, and they're, like, bred for...
Yeah, they're just bred to kill.
Some reason to kill, yeah.
And, like, why do you fucking sell them?
Why do you exist? But easy pets to have.
Easy. They're so
and they're pretty.
So good. And they're friendly.
They are friendly to people, yeah. They let you grab them with the net at any time.
Like, those little fish, they fall in love with you.
Yeah, they're like, the food. Oh, shit. They're like,
surprisingly, they're, like, very loving. Mm-hmm. Even though fish don't really seem like a loving creature. Some people say it differently.
I know emotions when I see it.
Blip, blip, blip.
I see a soul.
Blink, blink. But yeah, no, I had that whole issue with the fish. And then, like, they died after a long time. And then I was like, cool, I don't want fish anymore. And then Courtney, when I moved in... Well, I didn't move in, but I would stay the night at her parents' house all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
She had a fish tank there.
Nice.
And I was like, why don't we put fish in it?
Oh, okay.
You know?
Right on.
And I convinced her to put fish in it, and then we put a bunch of them. We even got a little frog.
Nice.
And they lived a long time, and then we ended up moving out. Well, she ended up moving out. I didn't live there. I just came there, like, on the weekends. But she moved out, came to my place, and we left the fish there, and her dad stayed and took care of them for a long time. Cool. But I guess after a while, they died, and then they don't have that fish tank anymore. But I still have my fish tank.
Nice.
And I've considered reusing it, but I don't want to go to the hassle.
Where would you put it?
That's the problem.
Also, it's a money thing. Things are way more expensive than they used to be. I remember my dad used to spend $20 for everything. Well, fish, food, cleaners, everything. Well, siphons.
That's why I'm remembering why I'm jealous of you. Because I bought that tiny fish tank because Courtney fucking teased me with a fish.
Okay.
Right? She brought a fucking fish home from her cousin because her cousin couldn't keep the fish because they bought a fish that keeps eating other fish.
Oh, gotcha.
So then I'm like, cool, we have a little fish now. We should go buy some more. And I said that, and I was like, we'll get a bigger thing. And then I bought a bigger thing, and then I put a little stupid thing in there, and then I fucking
talking about the tank filter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like excited to go to the store and buy a bunch more.
Yeah, hook it up, yeah.
And then the fish fucking died like a day later.
Oh, sad.
And then I was like, well, it's dead now, so are we going to get some more? And she was like, no. And I was like, why did we buy all this shit then?
Oh, man.
And then you fucking came over like a couple days later.
She just gave it to me.
And she was like, here, you want this fish tank? And then I was like, well, there goes my fish tank.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say anything. But is it because you saw the hope in my eyes? Because I told Courtney,
as soon as you saw it, you were like, oh, I've been wanting this.
Literally that same exact model.
And I was just like,
Because it comes with a filter and it's a good size, especially for an apartment. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I was looking online, like they're like, you know, some of them are like $40-$50, the ones that I wanted. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's just, you know, I don't want to spend that much money. Then I have to buy the fish plus everything else after.
I ended up getting it on sale because I know that thing was like $32 or something like that. And it was on sale for like 40. It was 20. It was like $24.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Still, that's worth it.
Yeah, it was $24 and like something changed.
Yeah, everything works pretty great. The filter is quiet and smooth. Yeah. I got new filters for the filter. You know the things.
Yeah.
You saw the tank on the video I sent you.
Yeah.
Looked good.
Just to insult me.
No, come on.
Yeah.
I wanted you to like be.
You were like, here's my fish. Here's my cat. Ha, bitch.
Yeah, I did show the cat. Just so you know, like, yeah, fuck you. Do you like the theme?
Yeah, it's nice. You have a
Roman helmet,
the Roman little helmet, and then
the Colosseum,
like a rock or something. Yeah,
it's a Colosseum. It's a like Colosseum from Rome, like a little miniature of it. Yeah. So I got king snail, 3 tetra, and plecos right now.
Yep.
And then I have 2 live plants in there.
That's cool. The live plants help with the oxygen spread. Yeah,
I figured that's the one thing that would keep these fish alive is something live. Yeah. And I got the snail because I'm not trying to clean it once a week. Once every 2 weeks is good enough. God damn it.
Hopefully the snail's not pregnant.
If it is, that's
because a lot of people will buy a snail and then they'll be pregnant, and then there's just thousands of snails in your little tank.
I had that one time when I was a kid. I got a snail with like goldfish, and I had that goldfish for a long time. I had that goldfish for about 1.5 years. That goldfish lasted me. Okay. One time I had a snail give birth, and it ate all the babies. I watched it crunch the shells and just devour them fucking kids. Right in front of that little bitch's eyes. I was like, wow, that's sad.
I used to watch a TikTok channel where it was just this lady who had a...
she fed it things?
So it was a snail, but it was like a carnivore snail.
What?
So she would get like eggs and other snails, right? And she would like throw them in the water, and that thing would like hunt them.
That's badass.
And it would like, you would see it come up, it would go to the shells, right? And it would like literally go into the shell, slurp them out.
Oh
and
my
then, like,
God.
You could see it go, grab, pull out, and then slurp it down.
That's so cool.
It looked cool.
I used to be obsessed with videos like that.
And it had like these whiskers, right? And the whiskers would like move. And
triangulate position.
Yeah, literally, it would like walk up, and then it would get close to the shell, and you'd feel the whisker just go. There's the shell. I'm touching it. You know.
Horrible.
So
awesome.
So I'm gonna be a little bit quiet about this because I wasn't.
This is a low key story.
Yeah, this is a low.
Let's get a little closer to the mic so you can whisper.
Let's get a little bit closer to the mic. Okay. So.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
Get away from my feet.
Houdini is on the ground. Okay, go ahead.
So, I told Courtney that I was going to tell this story on the podcast.
Okay.
But she told me not to say it because it's very personal and it's like fucked up for her.
Okay.
Right? But I don't give a fuck because she didn't go through what I went through.
Okay. So you have a part to play.
Yes.
It's your every right then, brother.
So, first and foremost, you may not know this about Courtney, but she has what's it called? She's schizophrenic.
Okay.
Or has schizophrenia, whatever the hell it's called.
I didn't know that.
Right.
She doesn't really show signs.
Right. So she is not schizophrenic when she's awake and when she's like doing things.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't just randomly hit her.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how it works for other people. Mm-hmm. But the only time she's ever had episodes is when she's been sleeping and her nightmares come real.
You're getting louder.
I know.
Okay.
But her nightmares become real.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the first time this ever fucking happened to me, I was staying the night at her house for her parents, right? And I was sleeping on the bed, and she randomly woke up, got up, screamed really loud, and ran out of her room. And then just so happened to be that when she ran out of the room, she broke a floorboard and fell into the floor, right? And then hit the ground screaming and all that. Me knocked
just knocked out.
And then
oh, what is it? And like she's just screaming, there's a fucking bear, there's a bear, right? Like she saw a giant bear coming to attack her, so she ran away in fear.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because like I'm freaking, I just get woken up.
Was that in this house?
No.
Okay.
That was at her parents' house.
Okay.
Right?
So there may have been a bear.
Right. There may have been a bear on the fucking. Well, she lived like in the attic.
Okay.
Or like the upstairs.
Yeah.
But. Excuse me. But that was the first time like that ever happened, and then she explained, like, I guess it runs in her family or something. And then I looked it up, and apparently it does show up. It starts at a young age, and then there's no real cure for it. So it just happens throughout your life, right?
Okay.
So it only happens to her when she's like sleeping.
Yeah.
Or dead asleep.
There's worse things to have.
Yeah. Worst things to have, right?
Honestly, it makes great stories.
It's not that bad, dude. The stories, they're so fucking good.
So what happened to you
What happened to me?
during that?
So I want to explain.
Oh.
Sometimes shit just happens, right?
Uh-huh.
So there was a couple times where it was in the room over there. We're sleeping. I'm sleeping on my side. She's sleeping on her side. And she'll just randomly wake up and she'll be like, babe. And then I'll wake up, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she'll be like, what is that? And she'll see like a fucking shadow person or something. I don't fucking know.
Uh-huh.
Right? And then she'll be like staring at it, right? Like hard as fuck.
Oh my God.
And I'll like get up and I'll turn the light on and she'll still be staring and she'll be like, and then I'm like, what are you talking about? There's nothing there. Like there's literally nothing. And she's like she's staring as if it's either still there,
right,
or it's gone.
Or she's looking for it. Yeah.
Or it's gone, right? So like that's happened a lot of times. Like that was like somewhat of the craziest at that time for me.
Gotcha.
Right? A long time ago, like she saw bugs one time. She saw like a black hole. Like she saw a couple things, right?
Okay.
One time she saw something and socked me in the face while I was sleeping.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I was sleeping, and like all I felt was a bah, like a perfect shot to my face.
Yeah.
And I wake up immediately, see her like cocking her hand back again
For another one?
Yeah. And I'm like, why the fuck did you just sock me? And then she like wakes up and she's like, what are you even talking about?
Oh, that's horrible.
But she's like,
she's
laying down. That's how she hit me, like that.
Oh my God.
But that's not like this recent one that happened Tuesday is probably the craziest one that has ever happened to me.
Oh, we got a recent one.
Yes.
All right, what do we got?
So there was signs of it coming too.
I'm holding this because I think the audio levels aren't picking it up.
Really?
Yeah.
But so what ended up happening was this happened like the day before, right? So the day of was for Tuesdays, but the day before, this is what happened. I woke up to get up for work. Yeah. Right? It was Tuesday going to Wednesday, but this was what happened for Tuesday night. I was sleeping, I woke up and I saw her laying back, right? And then I'm like, okay. I looked at the time. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta get up. I'm like, all right, I'll get up. So I sit forward and I go to like get up. As I sit forward, Courtney is like, so like how you are is how I am. Yeah. Right? She just does this and then she like, her eyes open. And she just... Oh my God. She just gets in my face. Oh my God. I'm so scared. And she just hops up, gets in my face.
Hell no.
And immediately, I think she's having one of her, like, things that she does, right? Yeah. And I grab her by the face and push her head down. So, like, I'm like, oh. Yeah. And she, like, goes back down. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, I was just trying to smell you to find out if you took a shower. What? I was like, yes, I fucking took a shower. And I oh my God. And I started to get ready for work. But
that's terrifying.
That's what happened to me just the other night. Right? That was pretty calm. Okay. So
now Wednesday.
So yeah, now it's Tuesday night going into Wednesday. I literally just went to sleep. I was playing video games with McLean, Johnny, and Pelos. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, fuck, dude, I got work.
Yeah.
It's bad that I stayed up this late. It's about to be 1:30. I go in there, I take a shower really quick, I come out. It's probably like 1:15, 1 something. And I like lay down and I'm like, okay, I gotta get to sleep. Whatever. Boom. I knock out, I go to sleep. It's almost 2. Right?
Right.
So I went to sleep about 2 a.m, give or take. Courtney's still knocked out, whatever. All I know is it's about 3, and all I hear is, oh my God, babe, oh my God. And then I'm like, man, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm
scared.
I just start to get stomped on.
Okay.
So like she gets up on the bed and just starts like
my
just
God.
stomping me.
What?
Like fucking me up, dude. And I'm just like just getting fucked up. And she's like stomping the shit out of me, right?
Why?
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And she's like, turn on the light. And keep in mind,
Yeah.
I'm on this side of the bed. She's on this side. The light's next to her.
Yeah.
Right? So like same distance. If I was laying right there, there's the light right there,
yeah.
right? So I'm like laying back and I'm like reaching for the light for dear God. Oh, she's just I'm just getting stomped on. And then I like turn the light on for a second, right? And then she stomps on me again and I turn the light back off.
Oh shit.
She starts freaking out even worse.
Right.
And then I turn the light on and I like push her off of me, right?
Yeah.
And I like slide to her side. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you know I'm trying to sleep? And I turn around and go right back to sleep.
After all that.
And I start falling asleep on her side.
Yeah.
And like the light's still on, right? She's still like coming out of it, waking up.
Yeah.
And she's just sitting there. And she's like, why are you sleeping on my side? And she woke me back up.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you listen here, bitch. And I rolled over to my side and she stepped over me and then laid back down. And then the next morning when I woke up and she woke up, and you know, after she woke up and got whatever out of her system, she's fully awake. I asked her, I was like, so what the fuck did you see last night? They just stomped me out. And she was like it's the fact that she didn't realize she did it, right? She didn't think it was real, right?
That's awesome.
So she looks at me with like the most purest face.
Yeah.
I did stomp you out last night.
Oh jeez.
Like that realization just hit her.
She's like, oh, that did happen.
Yeah, like that just fucking happens.
Like you didn't have the worst night of your life.
So that's
She's gonna stab you one time. You're gonna be like, I'm trying to sleep. I feel like you could have told that story louder because it would have been hilarious if she came in here trying to defend herself. She probably still heard it and she's just standing out there embarrassed. That was really funny.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's like. So
we need that on a shirt because that's like your catchphrase.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it?
You've said it so many times.
I was thinking of a shirt for me.
You'll just be like, "That's crazy." Like exactly how you say it.
That's true.
Every time.
I don't like how you said it. Perfect.
Yeah.
I was feeling on my shirt we put retarded with the hard R.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just thought that kind of fit.
That's funny. But that's crazy.
I feel like I say that a lot.
Your catchphrase. No,
and people seem to hate me for it.
The retarded part, and that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was really funny. I did not expect that,
dude.
And I'll be honest with you, it's not that embarrassing. It's kind of just like
it's not embarrassing to me. Like it's the fact that I got my ass beat. Like
that's funny.
It's fucking hilarious. Like how could I not tell this story to the people?
Yeah. Like if it's not that bad, it's not.
But it's just the fact that she doesn't like her personal.
I get it.
Issue. Like that's something she's had her entire life that she's gone through, and I'm like, Yeah, but now I'm utilizing it for my benefits.
And it's hilarious.
It's funny as fuck. Dude, I told Tracy that story.
Yeah.
Tracy was not prepared for me to tell her, like, all the shit that has happened to me while I'm sleeping.
That's abuse, dude.
Dude, like, well, I'm just saying, one time I did kick Courtney in my sleep.
It's okay.
Yeah, but she probably deserved it.
She probably beats the hell out of you while you're sleeping. You don't even know.
Oh, dude, I've had times where, like, so, you know my buddy Leo, right?
I do know
Or
Leo.
at least you know of him.
Which Leo?
My friend, the one that you saw the picture of.
I've known Leo longer than you.
No.
No, I mean, like, I've known him longer than I've known you.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay. Because the way that you said it, no, I've known him since he was like this.
No, yeah.
Like,
I meant, like,
we went to elementary school together.
I've known Leo longer than I've known you.
Fair of.
In
fair
terms
enough.
of friendship.
Yes. Right.
Because I've known Leo, I'd say, for 8 years, technically.
Yeah. That's fair.
Go ahead.
But all right. So, that's because he was trying to fuck his girl, just so everybody knows.
Ayo.
But, yeah, Leo used to tell me all the time, like...
I would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those damn Valorant kids. Go ahead.
Yeah, fucking Valorant. But what ended up happening was...
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm really sorry. I have to interrupt you one more time, because my autism's kicking in.
Go ahead.
Can you rip that off your arm?
Oh, shit, I have a little stringy.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna be honest with you, the entire episode I've been watching that shit, and it's really getting to me. And now the bird's going for it. I don't want her to choke on it, though. Okay, brother, what were you saying?
So, Leo used to, like, punch me in the face while I slept.
Why?
Because I would, like, snore in his ear.
Validated?
Randomly. Like, we'd be sleeping together, and, like, I've always had, like, snoring problems and shit, and, like, I snore. I used to be a lot quieter, but now I'm, like, even louder.
Yeah.
But I just remember him telling me, he's like, dude, you didn't even wake up when I punched you in the face last night. I was like, you punched me in the face? Is that why my cheek hurts? Like, that's what used to be for me. Like, I just would get hit. And then my sister, she used to kick me in my sleep.
Gotcha.
So, like, because, like, if you touch me while I'm sleeping, I stop doing whatever I'm doing. Okay. So, like, if I'm breathing really hard or if I'm not breathing, if you just hit me, I'll snap out of it. So... that's what would happen to me all the time, and I would just ignore it and not care. But like,
it's a little different.
It's a little different with Courtney, but it's happened to me my whole life.
You kind of have to be on guard.
When I'm
because what if she you know, does something like accidentally makes like glass fall on you or something? You know what I mean?
Happened once.
See, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
So one of the things that happened one time was we used to have a picture frame above our bed. And it was there for like a year. Mm-hmm. And one day we were just laying and it decided to fall. And she immediately freaked out and like did this crazy shit. And like she like hit the wall or something and then it fell. Yeah. And then she like it landed on both of us. I started freaking out because all I heard was a crashing sound. Right. Yeah. I didn't know there was glass all over my face. Oh my god. All over my body. Holy shit. It fell right on top of us. Fuck. Right? Yeah. And like she immediately started freaking out, jumping around, and I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? Right. And like she pretty much like did her whole little freak out shit until she woke up and then she was fine. But then we had to like clean off the bed from all the glass and we were like, we're never hanging anything above our bed again. You know? So,
hey, lesson learned. Yeah. Did I tell you about this painting that I got my girlfriend that was very expensive that shattered? No. It's just a quick little side note. It plays off of that. We went to Grand Rapids. Well, kind of around there. We went camping and we drove over to Grand Rapids for like a day, kind of like in the city. We went to this really big vintage place, like massive. It was kind of whack. Like, Houdini's bobbing. So,
scratch that sweet spot.
What's a good horror movie where like you're trapped in a place that just looks the same? Have you ever seen Vivarium with Jesse Eisenberg and like it's all these suburban houses that are like the exact same? No. You know what I'm talking about? No. Okay. Have you seen The Maze? No. I can't think of a good horror movie concept to like get you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, The Shining. Do you know how the hotel is like its own entity? You motherfucker. Everyone's seen The Shining.
That's not true. I've seen it.
Don't touch my hand, you gay
I've
fag.
seen it.
All right. So, yeah. So you know how the hotel is like an entity within itself. You're basically trapped once you're in it. It's kind of like one of the tropes,
That's
right?
the deal.
I swear to God, these vintage stores we went to, antique stores, were built like insane, like a horror movie. I was honestly getting, I don't know if this happens to you, this happens to me. When I'm in a space like that with like the specific kind of lighting, with the smell and the dust and shit, I get kind of sick. I feel nauseous when I'm in a place like that for a long time. Not like claustrophobic, but like...
I don't like the smell of fresh comics. And I know a lot of people like the smell of fresh comics.
Like that, exactly. I feel that way about, what's a good example? Like, not shoes, but like something like that. Okay, do you know the stink of an arcade? The penny smell?
Yes.
Okay. You know how you feel after you get that smell for a long time and it like infects you?
Yes.
If that makes sense? That's how this antique store was, because it was massive. There was about 400 rooms, I'm not exaggerating. 400 rooms, about the size of your living room, each one, with different shit in it. All for sale. It was crazy. It was like insane. It was a giant warehouse with like 3 antique stores built into one. It was massive. I'm going to be honest with you. The boys, we should go. Okay, it was cool. In the long run.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you went, there was a new room filled with shit. Okay. It was really cool. Yeah. But it got to the point where I was getting...
Were there themes?
A little.
Okay.
Like one room was like old car parts. One room was magazines. One room was... you think it would be a library? No, it's books scattered everywhere like the fucking Holocaust. Like it was like... Right. Did they burn shit in the Holocaust? Burn books? Somebody burned books.
I was going to say they burned people.
Fuck. What's the... Okay, the Dark Ages when all the Christians burned like science and stuff?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I knew exactly what you were going for.
But we're getting somewhere. So, like...
Okay.
Every room was crazy, right?
Yeah.
I was also shopping to get a gift for my girlfriend, but I wasn't really going to tell her. And in the middle of one of the dark, dank hallways, like literally you walk through hallways filled with antiques to get to more rooms. It was scary how big this place was. So anyways, I'm going through one of the maze fucking goddamn hallways. Like, at the corner of my eye, something catches my eye. It's a giant painting. Beautiful painting. It's about the size of your painting out there.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah. Like, it's nice.
It's fucking huge.
I would say it's a little smaller than that one.
Okay. Still big, if it's just a little bit smaller.
It's a little bit smaller. But yeah, massive. Painted in glass. It's a beautiful, like, Monet painting from about, I'd say 100 years ago, it looks like. I dated it on my Google Glass, but I don't remember. It's about 100 years old, and it's actually, the painting itself is threaded in with like designs on the outside, and then it's covered by an old wooden frame, like ancient, you know what I mean?
Okay.
With glass. So I was like, this is cool as fuck. It was like 150? I don't know. It was some price point that was pretty high that you would pay at an antique store, you know what I mean? Unless it was something massive. Like, I was like, wow, this really catches my eye. And I was like, babe, get over here now. And whenever I really want her attention or just to piss her off, I get really annoying. I do it to you, too. I'm just like, hey. I don't do that to you, but I mean, like...
That gets my attention. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you're right. That's a bad example.
It doesn't really, like, bother me.
Do you know how I talk to employees where I just go up to them and I'm kind of like, what?
Oh, like, you're talking about that annoying thing that you do.
Where, like, I get really aggressive first? Which annoying thing? I'm not shaking your fucking hand if that's what's going on here.
I hope you understand what I'm going for.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, fuck you.
Not that. I meant like, you know how I annoyingly will pretend like I'm in a different mood than I actually am?
Yes.
Like Sheree, I do that to Sheree all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I go up to her and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, actually, like, I'm just fucking with you. So long story short, I do that to my girlfriend all the time just to like piss her off just because I'm annoying.
Yep.
So I'm like, Maggie, get over here right now. Come look at this. So she comes over. And she is like, what? What happened? You know what I mean? And I'm like, look at this. Like, I like say it gently. I'm like, look. And we're looking at this massive painting. And she's like, oh, I love it. And I'm like, good, I'm buying it for you. So, long story short, I have this giant painting, right?
Yep.
It's been on the floor, like, you know, leaning up against the wall, next to a whole bunch of other stuff haven't put on the walls, like a painting of Hercules we have and stuff.
Yep.
You've seen it. It's just sitting on the ground against the wall. It's been there for about 2 months now.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to put it up while she's gone. She just went on the trip, right?
Yes, sir.
So I put it up. What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
Just say yes.
Shut up, bitch. So I finally put it up, and I put it up with the really nice, like, double-sided wall. Don't scare her. She's gonna look at you and stop. She's gonna like, what? You're gonna break your neck on the podcast. So
I don't even think it could hear,
you know,
the cracks.
I put on. It's a massive painting, so I put 6 of those heavy-duty, whatever they're called, command strips. You know. Shoved those bitches on the wall, and I held it there. I literally just had the TV on, and I was holding it against the wall for about 20 minutes.
Yep.
20, 30 minutes. And then it says, leave it to make sure it's, like, you know, intact. Fast forward, literally like 7 hours. Middle of the night. I think it was Sunday, so it must have been Monday morning this happened. Midnight, dude. I heard hell. I heard a fucking... This story leads up to a point that gets to the podcast, by the way. I heard, like, all hell break loose. A fucking massive crash, and I jumped up, gun in hand. Dude, I swear to God, I, like, literally was proud of myself, because I was like, it's in the drawer, closed.
Yeah.
Out, man. I was like, what the fuck? And Herc, gone. He sleeps with me. Out. Levi, didn't even see the cat. I don't know what happened. So I ran out to the living room, and I'm like, what the fuck? Shattered glass everywhere. Somehow my TV, perfectly fine, because I hung it above the TV. The painting weighs more than the TV. You know, the whole frame and everything?
Yeah.
Somehow missed the TV. I don't know how physically that's possible.
The gift by the gods.
Facts.
I would say the other part, but I'm not going to say that part.
But I gotcha.
Yeah,
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somehow made it past that and didn't hit my desk, nothing, right? You know what it did hit?
What?
The shield thing I made for the podcast.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you brought that broken shit here.
Yeah, and it's not even broken shit. It's just the soundboard pieces.
Right, I understand.
Which I figured we could get a cardboard box and just...
Oh, yeah, easily fixable.
Which, by the way, I still... Now, after hearing the last episode you put out...
We don't need it.
We might not even need it. Nope.
We finally fixed how audio works.
Not
and
we.
All that.
You fixed it.
Well, yeah, I did.
I'm going to throw you out there, buddy.
Yeah, okay.
Full credit CEO right there.
Full credit, thank you.
Yep. I'm more of like just the face. Go ahead.
So side note.
Yeah.
Because fuck you.
Yeah.
I have a debate that I need quenched and, thoroughly fixed.
What are you about to bring up right now?
So I walk into...
Look at me in the eyes when you tell the story.
Huh? I walk into the office.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, don't look at me. Okay, so I'm gonna set the scene real quick.
Set it up, baby.
Get my fat ass up.
Because I'm gonna tell my side of the story as well. You bitch.
Start grabbing some shit. This is good. All right. So I come walking into the fucking place, right? And I'm like, walking, and I get in. I'm carrying some heavy shit, a bunch of shit. Yeah. And then he's standing right at the clock-in machine in front of me with a goofy-ass, stupid smile. Yeah. And he, as he's standing in front of me, I'm just like, well, fuck, I'm holding this. I put this heavy thing down for a sec, right? And he sticks his hand out, or he sticks this hand out specifically.
The right hand, yeah.
And he goes for a shake.
And I say, good morning, Kyle.
And he's like, good morning, Kyle. And I'm like, looking at him, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I switch hands with my stuff, shake his hand, and then I tell him to get the fuck out of my way.
I don't think you even shook my hand. I think
I did shake your hand.
Oh, you did? All right.
Because
man, you're getting real aggressive right now.
I shook his hand.
Calm down.
And then I went and clocked in and then fucking put all my shit at my desk in my office.
And then he came to verbally assault me in my office.
And then I'm gonna put all this shit back. Damn, she really throwing these nuts at me.
She was literally throwing them at you. I don't want to distract you because you were talking at the time.
And then he fucking goes, what kind of
what?
Not insecure. What's the word?
Insult?
No.
Inbred.
No. Not...
Imbecile. Is it IN?
No, it's...
Intolerant.
Something like that. So, more of a...
Insecure.
What kind of, like, bullshit... Or what... Like, you couldn't understand that I couldn't shake your hand at that moment. What kind of, like...
I couldn't understand because you're well known for finding ways around things. So I thought, in my mind's eye, you would take your left hand that was free to do the weird reach around, or you would just say,
because
hey, asshole, I can't shake your hand right now.
So I want this to be known.
Instead, you assaulted me verbally.
No. I knew that if I shook his hand with anything other than my right hand, he would have said something to me stupid.
Yeah, I would have said, what are you, queer? You fucking shaking my hand?
Exactly. And I knew you wanted some sort of punchline.
Yeah.
And I didn't give it to you.
Yeah.
Because I switched hands, went for it, and then instead of me saying good morning to you, I said, get the fuck out of my way so I could clock in.
Yeah.
And you took so much offense from it.
Of course I did.
You went to your office desk just to be like, dude, Kyle's on some other shit. He's such a bitch. Like, I don't understand what the fuck's wrong with him.
Why am I so gay in your head?
Because you are gay. Like, that's it. Like, you started, like, bitching, and then, like...
Oh my God, Kyle, it's so stupid.
And then I went in to the office, and I asked Tracy. I was like, Tracy, do you think I'm wrong? And Tracy was like, well, I saw you holding all that shit. Why do you think I got the door for you? I was like, thank you for getting the door for me. And then she was like, yeah, I saw your hands were full. I wasn't trying to get in your way. I was trying to help you out, get you through, put your shit down. And I was like, you know what? Guess who didn't fucking do that? Guess who stood in my way, stopped me from clocking in, and then also bitched and moaned as soon as I shook their fucking hand. You bitch.
Yeah. Is this for, like, additional lighting, or did it just move? Okay, thank you. It was bleeding into my eyes. I couldn't see you.
It was meant for the bird because it makes the bird shine really well.
It does. I see it.
Mm-hmm. Like, with it off?
No, put it on. She needs her spotlight.
Yeah. And then, boom.
Yeah, she seems to like it.
You know, when I washed her one time, all her feathers turned green when you wash her.
What?
Don't know why. Like, I used the soap on her and everything. And
that's cool.
And her feathers were green for, like, a long time. And then the moment she dried, they went back to, like, her vibrant.
Did you use, like, a green soap?
No. I just don't understand. Like, you know, the water's not yellow.
By the way, it must have been hard to bathe her because feathers are made for keeping water off their bodies.
Yeah. So what you do is you fill the tub up to a certain degree. In there. And just throw her in and just keep splashing her.
Yeah, I do that with the cats.
Yep.
Does she like it? I'm going to take that as a not unless she's forced to.
I want to say she doesn't fully hate it.
Okay.
But I bathe her once a month.
Yeah.
And I feel like she doesn't bathe... Because you're not supposed to bathe them a lot.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like she doesn't understand that the water is good.
Okay.
Because she's not used to being in the water.
Yeah.
I feel like the people who took care of her back then didn't do that.
I feel like they didn't bathe her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I do that for her, so I feel like she thinks I'm just trying to drown her.
I gotcha.
You know?
All right, Unapologetic Voices. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a long one, but if you can, leave a like, leave a follow, and get out to us at unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you guys. My name is Kyle. I'm also accompanied by my co-host Thomas Tripp, and we appreciate you guys listening. Stay unapologetic. Peace out.